Good morning, everybody. We are here on a project I've been looking forward to. We had a very damaged driveway from the flooding rains we had about a month ago. Before we get to that, I gotta make a shout out. Had that bolt fall out on me 2 days ago, and I swung by our local Rogue River Napa, and Mike there worked with me. It's a different thread pitch than normal for the normal metric stuff, and it's a little finer thread. And we looked and looked and looked and finally found a bolt, and we had to cut it off and make it work. But please support our local Napa. He did all that work and didn't charge me a penny. So they're great guys there. So support our local business. Anyways, back to the driveway. We have some pretty bad erosion here. A culvert failed up at the top, so we're going to put this new 18-inch culvert in, and it's got a 12 there, what's left of it. It's concrete tiles, and they collapsed and obviously sent all the water down the road. So we're going to bring bigger rock in and fill the rut, and then I'm going to establish some new drainage along the uphill side here, get some of these trees out, and try to make her a driveway that she doesn't need four-wheel drive to get in and out of. So, well, we will get on the machine and get going on it. Whoa! Let's see. What do we want to do? Oh, that was kind of harsh. Spread that out later. I'm trying to get this draining so that we don't have standing water in it when we put rock in it. Set up later too. It might not get all of it out, but it's going to get a lot of it. All right. Step one. Let's see if I can get this out. Without putting my little bucket on. Ooh. There we go. Gate's a 10-foot gate and a little bit on a corner. So getting the truck in here is a little tight. It looks like I've got gravel in there. I've got good gravel right here. Don't mind filling the rut with the material I've got. I can tell up here where it gets deeper that we don't have the material to really fill it. Did better than I expected. I should actually use this material to fill that puddle, but I think I'd rather have bigger rock in there. There we go. Somebody the other day on my bridge video said that I sound like I'm out of breath, and how hard can it be just sitting in the machine doing nothing? Well, I find that I talk and forget to take a breath in, so I am out of breath. So I'm usually concentrating on what I'm doing, and I guess forget to breathe. There we go. Load number 1. Keep as much of it on the road as I can. Road has a fairly solid base. I just don't want to disturb that base to fill this rut in. And if I start scraping that down to fill the rut in, then I'm going to get through that solid base, and we don't want that either. Track that in real good when after we get that in there. Hoping this load here I got more filled in at the bottom than I thought I was going to get. And let's keep going up. Out of the way before Cameron gets back, so that really would like to put at least part of the load down there in that mud puddle at the bottom. That's a mess. Oops. That lower side here needs a little. Looks like it's getting a little squishy there. Oops. Yeah, let's go ahead and get this filled. I can be running over it and packing it a little bit as I'm moving dirt on up the hill. Yeah, let's get the rut filled before I start spreading it out other places. Here. Open things up a little bit when we get going. Cameron won't be too long before he's back. That's a ways. Kind of far out. Where he's transferring. It is going to take a little time. Packing in there pretty good. Alright, we'll keep at it. get most of the rut filled in. All right. Go any further than that with the large rocks because I've got to put the culvert in. Actually, I don't think I'm going to put a big rock there at all. It's right here. All right. Don't really have to be gentle with the trees because we're pulling them out anyways. Get this up out of the way and the camera can swing his front end a little further out. Make that corner because that gate he's got to go straight. Over big rocks. Push them down into the road. It's good though that they're being so firm because that means the road's firming up. Let's see, where do I want to put it? This is where the culvert failed. Let's just keep going with it. My oil-covered windows, I cleaned them some, but get a little bit of time here. I'm going to get my glass cleaner and try to work on them a little bit because they're pretty bad. Tree we don't want to take out, so she said there was no phone lines in here, so let's see. Corner just a touch further. Dig into the roadway too far because people kind of cut that corner. Get this below the road so the water drains off the road instead of running down it. Build this up with gravel more, but Still, I'd like the mud out of it. Hard to get that last little bit. Here I'm getting it over the bank. There we go. We're going to put the rest of it down the mud puddle. Hopefully there's a little bit left. Oh yeah. Should have probably kept a little more, but that will definitely help. Over we go. Yeah, clean the ditch up after the fact. Kind of get this lower side kind of built up. Lower side, right side of the road. A little spongy over here. Somebody found me. Let's see. We need more down here. And if I got a little left over, it probably wouldn't hurt to put a little more down here. She doesn't want to go high speed up the hill. Well, as always, it's steeper than the camera makes it look. You know, I got enough here. Let's take a few scoops further down the hill and just kind of. We got the material. We might as well do as much good with it as we can. Actually, maybe if we're doing that, we should finish the ditch before we spread this out. I've got time because Cameron's going to be a while getting the next load. All right, let's finish the ditch. Where there's at least a little bit of a ditch to be had now. A little bit. It's fairly solid there, so I don't really want to dig any of that out. push the water out. Years ago when I worked in here, this mud puddle was here. It hasn't gotten any better. It hasn't really gotten any worse either. Spill these big rocks out here. They're out on the flat like that, they have a habit of wanting to stick up. That is really rough. This is where this rock has problems. Getting this in the water, that stuff just turns to muck. No, it's in there somewhere. Yeah, maybe it's in there somewhere. There it is. Too far over here. is firm. I'm gonna have to go put my tooth bucket on. I think I might need my tooth bucket. Brought it up here with me. I need teeth. It's even pretty hard with the teeth. That might not be that bad to backfill with. There's a lot of rock in it. That feels a little less good. Less gravelly. Good. Careful. That thing is packed full of dirt. No wonder it wasn't draining. Really did not need to be that deep. Part of the reason it wasn't working material off of it. Thing is packed full. Ick. And we'll keep at it here. Yeah, Actually raise this one up a little bit. It needs to have room to flush itself out. That is why it failed. I thought it had collapsed, but it's just loop. The whole thing was packed full, but it had no place to go. Oops. Actually, they're still in pretty decent shape. One more. Phone line that I found is abandoned, so that is a good thing. Okay, that material was halfway decent. Let's see, I want to get that muddy stuff out of there. That we don't want. This is pretty rocky stuff here. That big rock in there. That is a no-go. The whole thing up. Really a way for me to get in, clean that ditch out. Still want a decent slope going downhill on it. All right, just throw that in there real quick and see how it lays. Yeah, I got it too high at the beginning. So now, that I put a bunch in there, let's dig it back out. See, it had daylight under the see how it lays now as far as depth, because my goodness, that 2-foot culvert I put in there, well, had a couple of them getting ridiculed for not having them deep enough. That's better. And I am going to build up over it with gravel. But we gotta have it down, because don't do that yet. Well, I don't know if I mentioned it or not, but I broke 10,000 subscribers the other day, and I'm pretty excited about that. Kind of a big accomplishment for me, I think. I appreciate everybody that's made it happen. So let's see how this rock spreads. It's spreading really nice. That's good. Tight corner for me. Hopefully don't spin out on the hill. Hopefully he runs out of rock before he gets to the top. Oh, he should have left it up. There's about a shovelful left in there. Oh well. He is a good truck driver. Stuff seems to be pretty good. I'll bed it a little bit with that and kind of get it held in place, and then we'll mostly put gravel over it. I just need it to not move. Rock more at the beginning. What I did with that rock that I had earlier, this has more gravel in it than I thought it did. There's some more clayish stuff, but this doesn't look too bad. If I don't bed it in when the dump truck dumps against it, it's going to move it. We don't want it to move. Kind of the driest stuff there. And yes, it is too shallow right now, but I'm going to put a large amount of gravel on it. But if I sink it any deeper, it will do the same thing. that the other culvert did and plug up. Alright, that should have it down in there enough to, let's see, I'll get my other bucket, or get my buckets on the other side. Actually, I might as well just stay up here. I'll switch buckets, because he's going to back up, and I need to pull the, instead of trying to cross that until I get the right amount of cover over it, I'll just wait. He won't be that long. Probably eat my lunch while he's gone. All right. Oh, that was not smooth. There we go. We got the chain spread. The chain's set, and I'm going to kind of control how fast the gravel comes out, because I want a pretty good pile here, but I don't want it to blow out over the end of the culvert. Like I say, we want to get cover over the culvert, and just kind of spread that out. There we go. I want to make kind of a mound to where water doesn't run down the main driveway and kicks it off into the ditch to go in the culvert. Too much of my rock here. There. Got us some cover over it. Got it to where the water should run from over here back into the ditch instead of running down the road. So I'll walk this in and kind of fine tune it a little bit. Yeah, I haven't really been commenting about it, but I just got to. I keep getting kind of nasty comments of how stupid I am because I lifted the logs out of the creek when I was removing the log jam instead of dragging them through the water to the side. And people just don't seem to be getting the fact, one, the trees hooked to the root balls went completely underneath the bridge. They were, one of them, you can even see it on the video, was splashing on the downhill stream of the creek, the bridge. well beyond the bridge. And the force of the water was actually trying to tip the machine. That water was so powerful. And the reason I was stabbing at them, I'd pull them out and then stab at them, is every time I let go of them, they were trying to pull back underneath the bridge. And if I would have let one of those get underneath the bridge, I'd have never got it out. So people just don't seem to understand the force of that water. That water was so powerful, and they were jammed up on stuff under the bridge, and the water force against them alone was trying to tip the machine. The machine does not travel when it's tipped up and a track is off the ground. So I just had to clarify that, because I'm getting some nasty comments about that I don't know what I'm doing, because I should have just drug them to the edge and tracked sideways. And you know, definitely got some armchair quarterbacks there. I do find it entertaining though, so. Oops. I have a hump there. I should let that kind of drain off there. Got a strong foot of cover on the downhill side. Probably a fair amount on the uphill side. Not much, obviously, but I can feel it firming up. So I'm going to lift those bigger rocks out of the driveway going uphill so they don't poke up above the nice rock. But oh man, bouncing over the big rocks are making me not do a smooth job. All right, I'll move those rocks. Got a little thicker coat on it. Out to the outside edge of the corner a little bit. We actually moved the road over to the left a little bit, because say that gate is so narrow. little wider place there to come down off the upper driveway. Trying to kind of get this blended into the other driveway. Snagging one of those concrete pipes. My friend where I just did the grading the other day, he did a little pond and put a liner in it. And when we got all this rain, the liner floated. So we're going to told him we need to put something heavy in it. So I always, when I used to do little water features and stuff, I would always put something heavy, rocks, or I've used these pipes multiple times and they work pretty good. They just help anchor the liner down. So I'm going to get this for him to do that. And I did ask permission to take it before I took it. Oops. I am departing from the road. Lot to watch. Gotta watch your blade, gotta watch what's behind you, watch what's beside you, under you. Like I say, this road's a little steeper than it looks on camera. The old rabbit gear just doesn't want to pull it too well. got this culvert kind of spruced up, and yeah, this culvert needs to be replaced because it's metal here. I have no idea what's in the center, and it's concrete down there, so it's not the best. So we got her pond filled in. She had a name for it. I forgot what the name of the pond for her mud puddle, but like I say, as long as they've owned the place, that mud puddle's been there. So it did have a solid bottom. It just was kind of messy. But we got the ruts all filled in. Got the road widened here. Got that gate post out, so that was a huge improvement. Got drainage pulled all the way along. Got the trees pulled out of there so I could get drainage, and that'll help it dry and not stay so muddy. Having the trees right there just really promotes it not drying, and that helps the road to fail. And then we got our new culvert up here. It'll take me a second. I kind of left a little bit of a berm there to where if when water runs down, which when she runs over it, it's going to kind of blend it, but to try and kind of kick it off into the ditch. I did the same thing at the beginning here, kind of made this a hump so that water flowing down there doesn't continue on down the road. So we got our culvert in, 18-inch replacing 12-inch. Oh, that's that project. Fun little project. I really enjoy stuff like this, and helped her out and talked to her a few minutes ago, and she is very, very happy. So everyone, I appreciate you watching. 10,000 subscribers. Very excited about that. And so please like and subscribe. That really helps the channel. So I appreciate everybody doing that. And hey, drop a comment. That helps too. So everyone, oh, go check my website out, reberpuredirt.com. We should be getting a new shipment of pin defenders here shortly. Probably be another 2 weeks probably, but he's working on them, and they should be ready to ship here shortly, but we will have them back in stock soon. So everyone, have a wonderful evening, and we will catch you on the next one.